back to my channel, my Young and the Restless fans. Hopefully you're having a terrific Friday Eve. It's Thursday. We're inching closer and closer to the end of the week. And yeah, we got some drama in this episode, especially with mostly Newmans this episode. But you know what? Let's get to it. First, we see Lauren finding Nikki drunk and had to cover for her. We also see Nate and Victoria actually got a chance to talk again. Nikki feels that her family, especially her husband, is abandoning her. And then Adam and Sally finally make love again. So, without any further ado, let's talk about all things Newman when it comes to drama in this January 11th episode. So we start off over at Newman Media where we see Nikki is struggling trying to go through this whole thing with the drinking. In the Newman office, however, Nick and Victor discuss the success of the two brothers working together. Victoria interrupts and learns that Nick and Adam are co-CEOs. But Victoria, wow, she's more concerned about what's going on with Claire. And this girl wants to use the jet and a security team to take their daughter Claire to visit Jordan. And of course, these were her conditions. And I gotta agree with what Victor had to say. I've been saying this all along.
Wait a minute. This woman, after everything she has done, has the gall to attach a condition to a demand? Are you serious?
God.
Yep, Victor, you're actually hearing what you're hearing from your daughter. Victoria's so caught up in the emotional part of this, of her being her daughter, not realizing that this girl is trying to call the shots. She called the shots from the beginning when she was telling them she didn't want to go to jail and begging and pleading. They got Michael to do what they did to get her out of prison and put her closer to Genoa City, away from Oregon, in a mental hospital. Then when she gets to the mental hospital, she says she don't want to see them again. But she wants to only see them one time because she wants to go to Oregon. Then she don't want them to go with her to Oregon just to go by herself. But then when she agreed to have Victoria and Cole and the security team come along, but she gets to call the shots and only see Jordan alone. Yeah, I don't blame Victor. And I've been saying this for the past week, even on the live chat. There's somebody else that opposes this. Nikki. Nikki opposes this idea strongly, but Victoria argues that it's for Claire's recovery. And after some back and forth, Victor agrees to provide his jet and security. And of course, Nikki is upset. She's hotter than fish grease.
Help me make this happen. Victor, for all we know, this could be another trap. It could be another manipulation.
I don't trust this woman. Really don't. My instinct tells me no. But you're a mother. I love you. And yes, I've always talked about how important it is to support family. So, I will provide you with a jet and a security team. You can transport yourself and Cole and Claire to Oregon, okay?
Thank you. So that's it? Are you kidding me? My feelings don't matter?
Sweetheart, of course they matter. I'm caught between the two of you. What do you want me to do?
Mom, I'm sorry. I truly am. I didn't want to cause you more pain than you're already in. I mean, this is difficult for me, but if this is what it takes for Claire to be able to move forward, to have some sort of a future, I mean, how can I deny her that?
Nicholas, what about you? Do you think this is a good idea?
Mom, of course, I don't like it, but I support Victoria always. In fact, I will go with you if you want me to.
Thank you, but that's not necessary.
Okay, then. It's settled. I'll just go back to my office.
Mom.
I hope you don't come to regret this.
Yeah, Victoria is insisting that this is about Claire's recovery, her chance to have a relationship with her daughter. Nikki stormed out expressing her disappointment. And then, of course, she gets back to her office. She grabs her flask. She is drinking into oblivion. She hides it when Victor comes by. And, of course, Victor expresses confidence in Nikki's strength while she continued to drink. The problem is, I think it's leading into a whole nother storyline because she feels that her husband chose his daughter over her, and Nicholas said that he will always support Victoria at all times. So she feels alone, which I wonder, does that introduce Seth? Could this possibly be leading to a storyline where she ends up with Seth somehow? I don't know if they're going to have them sleep together, but they could probably get real close, especially since Victor didn't even know who this man was in the first place. Now let's head over to Crimson Lights, where we see Nate and Victoria catch up, discussing her decision to step back from Newman. Victoria now confides in Nate about Claire being her kidnapped daughter, and they discuss the challenges of overcoming such trauma, and Nate offers his support. Nate and Victoria continue their conversation at the GCAC. After opening up with Claire's situation, she actually asked him if they still have another chance. However, Nate said, look, I'm going to put you in the friend zone. You can't get out of getting away from your family, and I'm not about to come in between that again. I'll be your friend and give you support, but that's the extent of it. And I'm kind of like giving her a side eye, like, really? You going to bark back up at that tree? Yeah, but Nate, after she shot her shot, he shot her down and blocked that shot. On a lighter note, meanwhile, we got Adam and Sally enjoying a date together. They're discussing their relationship and the past. Now, Adam is cautious about overstepping boundaries, but Sally reassures him, and they share a romantic evening as they head up to the room. However, as they head up to the room, guess who they run into? Nicholas. And of course, this is awkward. Adam is trying to make sure that we good. We had a good day at work as co-CEOs. I don't want to, any problem. Nick was like, no, we're good. And he heads over to the bar for a drink. Speaking of drinks, Nikki sashay in, and of course, she is drunk. Lauren sees her, tries to stop her. Of course, Nicholas had to take a phone call. Lauren was there. She took her upstairs to try to get her okay. She wanted to call Victor, but Nikki was like, no, cover for me. I don't want him to know where I'm at. He's been calling me all day, blowing up my phone like he always does. I need a break. And she was like, well, he's looking for you. He cares about you. Nikki does not care about that at all, especially with what happened at the office with Victor choosing Victoria over her, and then Nicholas supporting Victoria over her. She feels alone. Lauren tries to sober her up with coffee, which she said that don't normally work. She also said, hey, answer the phone. My husband on the phone. I don't want to talk to him. You tell him we're busy. Lauren tried to do that, but of course, Victor saw clean through what was going on and asked Lauren if she's drinking and said, you know what, take care of her. I'll deal with this later. Finally, in Sally's suite, they make it upstairs for dessert with those chocolate truffles. She and Adam start talking about, romance. They undress each other, and then they begin to share an intimate moment. And if you want to see one of my edits, go over to Instagram, because I did an edit of these two, just like I did, of course, with Thomas and Hope. Okay, so there you have it. Today's episode was all things Newman when it came to the drama for The Young and the Restless for January 11th. What the heck is Nikki going to do? She feels all alone, and I'm wondering, is this a way to bring in a new storyline, adding Seth to this whole situation? Because obviously that's her sponsor, but you know what? He could be more than that and end up as a confidant and maybe something else. We got to stay tuned. Make sure you also stay tuned for the recap of The Bold and the Beautiful for today as well. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you're notified every time a video is released. And until the next video, we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.